What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Welcome in, folks. Yo, congrats to Mulga Brian on the 60 stream streak. That's a lot of streams, dude. And 25k away from VIP. Huge. Huge. Dude, I've been meaning to like rename the channel point thing. Like I've been meaning to call it like Pokey or something. And like have a little icon, like a little Poké Dollar icon, to like signify that you're earning Poke money. But I just haven't yet. Hopefully that's kind of cool. Also, Emolga Brian is the only certified cool person in this chat because they're the only one who's a believer in me. Everybody else is evil and a loser. But welcome in anyway. Welcome in, Snowy, Pokedelta, and Angie. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody is doing well today. Tina is here. How are you, Tina? And Norman's is also a believer. That's crazy. Oh my god. Norman's just put 4K down on that. Welcome in, folks. How's everybody doing today? how's it going? What have you guys been up to on this fine day? I have had kind of a whirlwind of a day. I've had people staying at my house the past 2 days, and it's been kind of chaotic. And my cats are freaking out because people they don't recognize are in the house, and they're doing things that they don't normally do, and it's really frustrating. So yeah, that's my day. Although I did have a good day at work. I was productive. You people, I would normally say this, but they are my roommate's parents, so I can't say this. You're doing pretty well up late, so I decided to pop in. Well, thank you for hopping in, Tina. I hope you give us some good luck today. We got an exciting one. We got an exciting one planned, folks. Caps, you have a history of killing Mon in Victory Road. Well, history has been made to be overwritten, right? That's a saying, I think. Before we start though, I did want to give a shout out to one Dawning Winds, who I don't know if any of you were in their stream on Saturday, their art stream, but they made this beautiful artwork of a Chikorita, because they forgot to change the stream title after Mystery Dungeon Mornings, so it pinged my entire Discord, and I like I had to be like, y'all, like, I'm not live, don't listen. And so as an apology, she made me this beautiful Chikorita. And it says, I'm sorry I forgot to change the stream info and pinged your server. Here's a Chikorita. With a bunch of what I assume to be water droplets. And this cute little guy that she must have made just like on stream, which is kind of crazy. Ooh, pear. Yeah, I know. Delicious, isn't it? But yeah, that's I wanted to show that off just in case people didn't see it, because it was a good drawing. Pretty sure those are leaves. They could be leaves, they could be teardrops, they could be water. I don't know. They're kind of all over the place. So I assumed they were water, but I guess yeah, leaves would make more sense, wouldn't they? Anyway, what's up, Game & Watch fan? How are you? History is made to be overwritten. Yeah, exactly. You heard it here first. Yeah, I like it too. It's really cool. It's really cute. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off because it's cool. What say ye we get into some Pokemon? What say we poke them on? Are there people who want to poke them on today? Anybody want to poke them on? Hydrate? Dude, first I drink. First we all collectively drink. Everybody in chat right now, I want to see you hydrating. I can't see you, but if I could see you, I would hope that you would be hydrating right now. Everybody drink. Cheers. I clink the camera. I did just before I did the redeem. We'll do it again. Do it again. I recall this Victory Road is difficult, though I may be confusing it with Black and White 1 Victory Road. I think that this Victory Road has harder trainers, but Black and White Victory Road is more confusing to traverse. That is my opinion on Univore Victory Roads. But yes, they are very difficult. We will be going through it today. Hopefully we can come out the other side with no deaths. But we will see about that. The trainers have anything to say about it, then they'll definitely want to prove us wrong. Is it because there's more variety? That and also the levels are higher. And yeah, the trainers of Victory Road are horrible. They're scary, and they're evil, and they're bad. Alright, let's pause the music. I'll unpause my other music. And let's get going, folks. Don't stop telling me about your day. What's been going on? What you been doing? Norman's just been playing Minecraft. Snowy's offended that Twitch isn't showing the one on your message. I can see it on my end, so it must have worked. Well, boop, 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 and then flip. Here we are. Was it this Victory Road or Black in which you got an Altaria and killed it in the first battle you used it in? It was this one, because this Victory Road is the only one that has Altaria of the two. The Altaria is because it's a Gen 3 Mon, and because Black and White 1 limits you to just the new Pokemon found in Unova. It would have been impossible for me to find an Altaria in Black and White 1. Found out a musician named Rave DJ is working properly again? That sounds like an artificial intelligence. A music making site. Oh, okay. All right, I see what you mean. I see. That's cool. That's cool. Let's take a quick look at the team before we go any further. We've got Ka, our starter. Superior, Coil Return, Strats, Giga Drain, Leaf Blade, you know the drill. Level 58, the cap is level 62. We cannot level our Pokemon higher than level 62. We can, however, get them all the way to 62, which would be ideal. As little training as possible we would need to do is great. Next, we have Chonk, who knows Rock Slide, Bite Slab, Ice Beam, newly taught Ice Beam, and Surf. Looking good there, my guy. Our friend Calvin nicknamed him. He loves him. You love him, hopefully. Next, we got Gia. She's the heart and soul of our team, plus Speed Nature. Excadrill. Clearly a good Pokemon to have. Next is Peanut, our Chandelure for this run. Again, every run we have is pretty much guaranteed a Chandelure if we want it. And Peanut is no different. This time we've got Flame Body and plus Speed Nature, as opposed to last time we had Flash Fire and plus Special Attack. But Peanut's special is still very high, nearing 200. Will definitely be over 200 by the time we hit cap. So that is really good there if we can keep Peanut alive. Next, we have Jeffrey, the Cobalion. We actually caught a legendary this run. We did in fact catch one after trying real hard to catch Terrakion and failing in the last one. We did catch Cobalion here. Plus attack nature's really good. It's got high defenses and a really good typing. He is the star of the show. Might not be the heart of the team, but he certainly is the star of the show. And we got the Onceler, Sneasel, who is taking the place of Soul, our Reuniclus, for the time being, due to the fact that we need cuts. We needed cut, at least to train, which we don't anymore, because I don't believe we need cut for Victory Road. And if we do, I'm going to be very upset. But here's also what our box is looking like. We got some heavy hitters in here. We got Haxorus, Ferrothorn, Gliscor, Boldor could be really good, Pawniard, Mienfoo, and Ungus in the box as well. Frillish could be useful, maybe down the line, who knows. And then some fodder here, some filler. Emolga has served us well, although I don't think that we will be using it at all for the foreseeable future. Let's put in Soul. We need to, like, level Soul up. I'm actually going to burn some candies on Soul to make sure that she is up to level with the rest of our team, because she's been sitting in the box for a little bit. And we got 5 rare candies. I'll go ahead and give her 3 of them. Jeffrey, the name that made caps increase the suggested nickname price, and I do not regret it. You're absolutely correct. Let's quickly heal up our Mons as well. I'm gonna grab some healing items. I think we did do a little bit of shopping at the end of last stream, but I want to make sure that we have as many items as we need to succeed here. I'm thinking about how we want to do this first battle. I'm gonna lead, I think, with our Chonky Boy. wasn't ME gonna pester for a decrease in the price? Well, I haven't heard anything from him, so he must have lied to you guys. But I feel like 3,000 is genuinely a decent price. Like, it's cheaper than a lot of the more, dare I say, annoying ones, like lose the glasses. I guess I would be happy to bring it down to a nice 2,000. I would be willing to do that. But I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. All right, guys. It's the final stretch. There's channel points on the line. I hope you guys got your votes in. The prediction is, in fact, closed. Shout out to the believers. You guys are my strongest soldiers, and I appreciate you very much. The haters, well, you're here. So that's cool, I guess. Go ahead, and you know what? We should also, I was looking for repels, but we should, in fact... look at our encounters. We burn a repel here just to have it, but we also need to quickly get our items in order, because a lot of our items have been moved around. What do we have on this? Let's take a look. Yeah, I think we have just like berries. Shellbell, Quick Claw. Okay, Quick Claw is fine. We need to get rid of the berries, though. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue for your shiny hunting streams, Snowy, because I feel like if people want to name the shiny, they should have to pay. So I don't have a problem keeping it there for that, but I do think that 2,000 might be a good compromise, because it's basically just, you know, it's basically just the middle ground between what it was and what I think it should be. So, I don't know. ME has not mentioned anything to me yet, so you have no one to blame but him. Chonk. What should we give you, buddy? I'm thinking we could give Mystic Water. We could do Bright Powder, could be good. I'm gonna go Bright Powder just because it's the first thing I can really think of that I've seen here that would be genuinely useful. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's take a look at the encounters we can get here. There are many areas in Victory Road. I'm going to go through each of them. So in this first cave, we can get Bannet and Golurk. In the Grove, we can get some grass Pokemon, which we do not want. In the River Valley, this is where we can get our Altaria. We do, I believe, have the dupe there to get a guaranteed Altaria, because I believe we did get a Pidove like really early on. Yes, in Flockacy Ranch. That can take over our spot there for Tranquil. So due to Dupe's Claws, we can get Altaria if we want. Later down the line, Boldore Onyx. That's guaranteed Onyx. Yep, same thing for the cave second floor. Third floor, we can get Drudagon Zwalius. That could be cool. Girder Throw. And Sock as well on the mountainside. Guaranteed Onyx. So I'm seeing here we can get either Golurk or Banette. Could be interesting encounters there. Do we have Banette? There you go. I'm gonna say Golurk is probably better there. We could go for the... I think the guaranteed Altaria is probably a bit better, though. So we'll shoot for that one. Could have sworn you said 7:30 today. I did, in fact, say 7:30 today. But I forgot to change the alert on the Bulba Discord. So I've been kind of stalling and put a prediction. Just went live a little early. You literally have not missed anything. But yeah, I went live a little early today because I was sitting at my computer and then got the ping and was like, oh, well, I don't want to, like, I want to take advantage of that ping, so we'll just go live. And so people have predicted on whether or not I will lose a Pokemon. That's what happened. That's all you've missed. Just been letting people name stuff on his streams anyway. And that's genuinely just kind of how it should be, I feel. Where, like, I think for, like, if you're gonna name, like, Pokemon in a Nuzlocke or something, like, I genuinely do like how I do it. Because I don't necessarily want to, like, only make sure that people who have channel points can get, like, can nickname Pokemon. It's like, I think it's better to just be like, hey, shout your nicknames out. If I see what I like, then you can pick that. Then I'll pick that. But if you really want to nickname something, then you can burn your channel points and you'll get that nickname. So yeah, that's fine. Like, I don't really think I think that's the optimal way to go anyway, where it's like, if you want to spend the money, you can. If not, then you can't. That's fine. I think we go for that River Valley Altaria encounter, so we need to be rappelling up here. We need to be rappelling up throughout the cave and the grove. No, you've not changed your time for the mystery dungeon in Discord? God damn, man. I literally thought I had. What is going on, dude? I swear to God I've changed this. Well, it doesn't matter, because this weekend's is gonna be canceled anyway. I'll do it now, since you're mentioning it. Very kind to mention it. There you go. It's 10:30 now, and it ends at 1. Caps loses this run, I'm gonna hit you with the "it's only game. Why you have to be mad?" Oh, you mean this? You mean this? Hold on. Hold on. Hello? Hopefully this works.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Yeah, there you go. That. Yeah. Hopefully you heard that. Okay, all right. Let's actually move through the. Let's play the freaking game, man. I'm tired of yapping. Dino, what you been up to today, dude? We're heading over the bridge, dude. They like Twitter was teasing me today. Twitter was teasing me, chat. I saw that there was an announcement for a Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave trailer today. And I got really excited, only to find out that it was fake. It was wrong. They lied to me. And you believe that somebody on the internet lied? That's crazy. Why would they do that, chat? Why would they do that? Anyway, I got really excited for nothing. And it was also like Nintendo apparently like updated some like something on their like the playlist or something that houses all their directs. And everybody was like, "Oh my god, the Fire Emblem direct is real." No, it wasn't. So that was my day. I also got some concert tickets today. Got some concert tickets. Lots of fun. Who here? Type 1 in chat if you've ever been to a concert. I feel like people are either like hit or miss on live music. People either love it or they hate it. I personally love it. Genuinely one of my favorite things to do. Go to concerts. Subnautica 2 Early Access came out today. Yeah, my friend Brady is playing it actually. He's streaming it soon-ish. But yeah, like I am not super interested in Subnautica. But it does seem cool for those who are. So cool. Cool there. I hope the game's good. Hey Tina, thank you for stopping by, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you for the best of luck. I will need it. I will absolutely need it. All right, this guy has a Metang and Kofagrigus. We're literally, I am taking every step possible to not die here, man. We are gonna be healing after every battle. We're gonna be moving slowly. Under no circumstances will I let there be any stupid deaths. If there is a death today, it's because the game said you're fated to die. And that's that. A lot of pressure. But Norman's is right, Snowy. It's only game. Why you have to be mad? I need to remind myself about this. I get heated. Don't you see Sabaton? Dude, that's sick. That's gonna be a crazy first concert. Wear headphones or earplugs, please. Kofa D's. Kofagrigus. What do we do about this guy? Thinking we could go Jeffrey. We probably outspeed in one shot with Shadow Ball here, but I'm not going to risk it. Peanut is too valuable. Definitely will wear earplugs. Good, man. This is probably a bad idea because it can really only use Iron Head. Oh, Psychic. Okay. Snowy duplicated the event. You'll need to re-cancel your stream. Snowy, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Oh, Snowy must have changed. Oh, no, it didn't duplicate the event. I think Discord is freaking out. Oh, Snowy duplicated his shiny hunting event. Yes. And you're right, I do need to recancel because editing the time uncancels. All right, let's just Iron Head here. We've got -1 special. That was what, 46 damage. 46 -1 special. We might die on a high roll crit. So maybe we do switch, expecting Psychic. Where we go? Gia, I guess? Who's got high special defense? Not you. Ka, probably. It's 119. It's about the same as Jeffrey. Now, Jeffrey's actually less... We don't have any Pokemon that are particularly good at special defense. I will go and switch in Ka. We'll put in Ka and we'll just Leaf Blade. We can Giga Drain if we need to. Honestly, I find that Discord just freaks out sometimes. Genuinely, like it just has moments, and most of the time, if you give it time, it fixes itself, and if not, then you know, you go in and fix it later. Alright, I did see he calm-minded there. We need to keep blading. Psychic. Okay, I think we kill on Leaf Blade here. I'm just going to click it. Not even think about it. Boom. Hope it's right now. Let me look. It looks correct to me. Yes. Bam, bam, boom. Kofagrigus is scary. This is what we've learned. I mean, it was genuinely the scariest Pokemon that gets us had, in my opinion. Hydreigon was also scary, but Kofa is also scary. I don't know, man. Oh, apparently you do need to cut to get items in here. Well... What does this girl have? Ace Trainer Shelly. She's got Swoobat Lilligant. I mean, we could go Chandelure on that. we're already leading with Chandelure. We could just Zubat is flying type and psychic type. Okay. Yep. Not normal psychic. My cat is eeping on my bed. Where's my cat? They're not here. One of my cats was hanging out on the work side of my desk, but he's no longer there, so. Forgot we still don't have Shadow Ball on this guy. X should be fine. Oh, that's a crit. That's a crit with Psychic. Cool. Love that for us. Swoobat outspeeds Chandelure. Good to know. Let's just send in Jeffrey and Sacred Sword. I could have Grass Knot, though. Defense is the best offense. Defense is the best offense. And Ka has a good type matchup. Oh, she be dancing. She be dancing. I'm gonna be coiling, though. I am now confused. Cool. Let's just return. That's a lot of damage. Alright, and now it's pedal dancing. This is great. We're starting off so well, chat. It's going so well. Good. Okay, it's confused now. Let's just Sacred Sword and hope it does not attack again. Good. Okay, cool. The game took pity on me. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I think at this rate, we are definitely going to need more healing items. So I'm going to quickly run back. Let's go get ourselves some more hyper potions and maybe a couple full restores. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother thinking about team building at this point or anything like that. Get like 3 of these. Might need to use them. I'm not even gonna worry about team building until we're out of this cave. That's probably the best thing to do. Let's just focus on survival. We're like cavemen, dude. I feel like a caveman. Controlling my woolly mammoth. And saying, Mammoth, use Earthquake. And he doesn't listen, because I do not have the required gym badge for him to listen. Like the Geico caveman. You get it. You get it. Dude, Victory Road is so easy, a caveman could do it. Maslow's hierarchy of Pokemon. That guy sounds Russian. I don't know who that is. But I know who Clavin is. And that certified cool guy. Certifiably a cool guy. Remember the Geico Caveman sitcom? Genuinely, I do not. But I believe you that it exists, because that is absolutely something that would exist. Man, I really want Shadow Ball. We looked at it too. We looked at Shadow Ball. I think you get it in this. Now, we absolutely missed it. I think we're gonna need it. I actually think we're gonna need Shadow Ball. I know I keep stalling. I know we need to go through this cave eventually. But dude, like I genuinely think we need to get it now, or else I'm just gonna forget. It was pretty bad. Pretty sure it got canceled. Bro. What do you mean I can't use my escape rope? I'm literally in the middle of a dungeon. This game doesn't know how Pokemon works. Well, now I'm not going to use it because I'm in the first room. All right, let's go get Shadow Ball. I can't believe I missed it. Well, I can't actually believe I missed it. But that's besides the point. We absolutely picked that up. Like, we absolutely picked that up in our first run. So, silly me for missing it this time, I guess. Half of it never aired in the US. That tracks. Yeah, although I think out of every country in the world, the United States would be probably one of the most likely countries to watch a sitcom based on product placement. Like, product placement exists already in sitcoms, but like, the Geico caveman is quite literally a product. Like, he describes a product. You know what I mean? It's right behind the strange house. Maslow was a psychologist that made a theory about a hierarchy. Oh, okay. Yep. No, Maslow's hierarchy of Pokemon is accurate. Our hierarchy of needs right now is survive this damn game. Dude, how do I get behind the strange house? Oh, I have to go through the house? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me go back to the walkthrough for the strange house so I don't waste time. Guys, I'm scared. Do you hear that noise? The lore is so sad. It really is. To men like me, this is just house. It's because you're a strange man. Dude, we made sure to get the Dusk Stone in here. But we didn't get the TM for our Chandelure. How do I get through? Dude, Pokemon, explain. Wait, do we have to, like, actually go through all the rooms? Hold on. Lower west room. Western stairs to the basement. Let me just, like, quickly peek into the other rooms. What's up, Clefairy? How are you today? You're looking rather scared. Spooky. Spooked. Poke my head in. Backpacker. Dude, I hear the furniture moving. Guys. What's going on? I really hope that you know... I really hope I'm able to get my Shadow Ball TM. That'd be really bad if I couldn't. Oh, I'm stupid. I could have just gone that way. Lamau. Okay, up. Rare candy. We never got this one. Does the house have lupus? Dude, it's always lupus. Don't listen to the doctor. It's always lupus. Could have sworn I pressed A, but I guess I pressed B. Lupus is one of my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, I love Houndoom, dude. I love Houndoom. What a guy. Professor Lupus. Bro, how do I get to how do I get freaking Shadow Ball, dude? Is it wait? Crap. I think it's actually you actually have to navigate through Reversal Mountain. I hate it, dude. It's Shadow Ball by hydrating. If only it were that easy. I don't know how to get... Go this way. Literally go this way. I hate everything, dude. I hate Pokemon. This is a silly game for silly people. This is why we're going to succeed today. I'm getting the mistakes out early. It's okay, we got it. Bulba does today just behind the strange house. But it doesn't say, like, it didn't look like you could get there. It didn't look like you could get there. I was like, you have to go through the mountain to get to the house? No, apparently not. Stupid game for stupid people. There was a reason for me doing it. Alright, now let's get ourselves some Shadow Ball on our freaking Chandelure, dude. Did Swanna die at some point? Swanna died a long time ago. You have missed out. Cool. Wilbus Hex, not worth it. We got it in the back. Got it in the back. But honestly, like, with Will-O-Wisp's accuracy, it's genuinely, I feel like, just it better to go Shadow Ball unless you know you're going to have a turn set up. I'm of the mindset that the less you have to risk, the better. So if we can just kill things. If we can just kill things by hitting them really hard, all the better. All the better for us. Wait, we do need to repel. We do need to repel. I do not want to risk getting an we'll just use a super though. I don't want to risk getting another grass type because we have way too many of those. Do we have balls? $32 ultras, 4 quick. Good enough for me. Ace Trainer Beckett. That to me sounds like a guy whose entire personality in college was part of Alpha Kappa Alpha fraternity. I don't know if that's an actual fraternity, but he sounds like a frat bro. They are tailwinded. Gotta keep that in mind. I'm actually thinking we go Gia here and Rock Slide. I think we will get Brave Birded. Air Slashed instead. Same premise. Same premise. Strong flying type move. Bada bim, bada boom. You're dead. Peanut is already almost at cap. We need to stop using our Chandelure. Oh wait, Alpha Kappa Alpha is the African American sorority. I knew it was I knew the alpha they were the alphas, but I didn't think they were Alpha Kappa Alpha. I can't believe out of all the frats I picked the one primarily African American one. I could have just said TDX, dude. I don't think he's a part of that. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I take it back. All right, let's we have dark grass here. We're in the river valley. I kind of want to see, is there light grass this way? There is. All right, let's catch all our Altaria here. I'm sure he's an African American woman. Oh, it's a sorority, Lamau. Not even fraternity. All right. Altaria. Give me the Altaria. Please, bro. All right, I'm kind of glad I was Tranquil because I want to get Peanut out of the front. Still don't have any African regions in Pokemon. That is true. I kind of hope we get, well, Winds and Waves is going to be Southeast Asian, so I feel like Africa deserves its own like region, like, and you can like make it. If they do pick one, it's most definitely South Africa. Wait, this is still Darkgrass? Uh-oh. Okay. Interesting. Well, run, please. Thank you. Thank you. If they do make an African region, I actually think they would make the whole continent. I think that there's a lot of premise for the, like, there's a lot of potential for an entire continent being an African region. Luweka? Is that a fan game region? We don't talk about those here, but is it? Let me know later. Maybe we can just fight the trainer instead. How come this is dark? This does not look like Darkgrass to me. Chat, does this look like dark grass to you? Africa is quite a bit larger than that. Yeah, but like I think that because Africa, believe it or not, genuinely has like quite a lot of diversity in terms of weather. It's not all desert. It's like you've got the desert on the front side, the top side. Then you've got the Nile River Delta on the east, right, which is like basically desert surrounded by like the immediate river is surrounded by like fertile land, but everything else is desert. And then the middle of the country, like where the equator is like actually all rainforest. And then you've got the only thing obviously would be like an ice area, but you could cover that with like Mount Kilimanjaro, just like put your ice types on the mountain. And then like down in the southern parts, I believe South Africa is pretty mountainous when you get close to the coast. I don't know, maybe they do something with like the Somalian pirates or something, like the evil team or pirates. I don't know. That would be probably a little too on the nose. I could see them doing, like, I could genuinely see them doing the entire African continent as a region. Like, I think that would be pretty cool. We could be the Pokemon Swahili on the Pokemon Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Really could. I'm so paranoid, dude. I keep checking my team to make sure that I'm not, like, not healed. I don't know. If that up there is dark grass, that means the grass on the bottom is not dark grass. Would people from sub-regions of Africa like this African Union-like idea for a Pokemon region? I don't want to get too political here, but I'll say this much. I think that they would prefer a region based on the entirety of Africa that showcases the diversity of the African continent and that it's not just like a desert. That there are hundreds of thousands of different kinds of people who live there in different locations and different cultures. And to just like a region set in South Africa, which is the most colonized, like most westernized region of Africa that does not adequately showcase the full culture associated with the continent of Africa. I think that people in Africa would much prefer a region based on the entire continent than just a single portion. And I stand by that. I thought there was Pokemon Swahili in the Swahili on the Pokemon Swahili coast. Maybe. Said the Pokemon Swahili on the Pokemon Swahili coast. The Swahili Pokemon and the Swahili on the Swahili coast? Yeah. Anyway, I genuinely think that that would be the best thing they could theoretically do for an African region, would be make it an entire continent. Make it the whole continent. Which countries would best represent each sub-region of Africa? The countries of Africa are so bastardized, dude. Like, they are pretty much, like, at this point, they are countries, right? Like, I'm not trying to take that away. I don't want to talk anymore about this. So this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. But the countries in Africa were drawn so hastily. Like, that it doesn't adequately represent the communities of Africa. Like, if you really wanted to make that representation clear on the map, you would need to carve up those large countries into even smaller and smaller countries to represent each individual tribal culture and group of people. And it's just simply like the people cannot comprehend that. Given Unova is only New York State, I can see why you'd say that. Yeah, Unova is weird too, right? Like it's not, it's technically America, but really it's just New York. Like it is really urban. I don't know. I don't really think they do a great job of like in capturing American culture in Unova. Like, okay, you got the big city, great job. You got the Ferris wheel, Coney Island, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say on that. I personally think an African region would be really cool. I would like jump to get my hands on that game. I don't think they're gonna do it. My cat has come, and he is now very interested in my closet. Just give me Madagascar about Pokemon. Are you saying Darumaka and the Three Musketeers aren't representative of the U.S.? I suppose. Darumaka kind of looks like a guy I met in New York once. When do we get the New Jersey region? Every single Pokemon is a muck or trubbish. Hey, any New Jerseyans in chat right now? Everyone probably forgets Alola is technically America adjacent. Technically, if you really want to do that, yes. But also, Hawaii has its own distinct culture separate from the U.S. that it's fine enough. Post cat photo. He's being a bad boy, so I don't think he gets rewarded with a cat photo right now. Hawaii was country for a while. It sure was. Until we came in and stuck our grubby hands all over it. Come on, just get in the ball, buddy. Thank you. Getting kind of nervous there. All right. You can use channel points here if you want to nickname this Altaria and prioritize your nickname suggestion. Throw some channel points at your screen right now. Otherwise, you can just suggest nicknames. Hey, JLog, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate you. Big Jacket. Wade. Bluffer. Big Jacket again, but with a capital J. Claudian. Dude, Claudia would be a really good name for an Altaria. Candy. I kind of like Big Jacket. My favorite. Cirrus. I believe we named an Altaria Cirrus before. Either the last one that I killed or the Mystery Dungeon one is named Cirrus. Oh, Sirius. I see. I'm gonna go with unless there's a last minute channel point redemption. I'm gonna go with Big Jacket. All good. All good, I'm all Ryan, no problem. Alright, going once. Going twice. We got Big Jacket. Big Jacket the Altaria, folks. Solid encounter. Solid encounter. I don't think we are going to end up using it. I think Sol is going to be good enough for Marshall. But maybe we do put in Altaria. Who knows? We will see. Get a pic of your cat? I'll look at it later. But thank you. Alright. Chat, that is the last encounter of the game. Hey Jay, how are you? Welcome in. What have you been up to tonight, my friend? Yeah, I think Altaria is going to sit in the box for now. I don't really think that he's a solid replacement for Sol. We introduce a second Pokemon weak to ice type moves, which I guess isn't horrible. What else? Rock type moves. Fairy doesn't count because this is Gen 5. Electric. I think we're good for now. I'd rather have the psychic type stab moves. Whoa. That guy is just standing right there. You're tired. Well, I hope that I can get your energy perking back up, man. He's just standing there menacingly. Exactly. Yeah, the worst Pokemon, the worst possible Pokemon that we could theoretically encounter right now is like a Blaziken. Or an Infernape. For that, it's like we send in Peanut and pray. He's standing there menacingly. Do you mean the trainer or your cat? It could be either, let's be honest. Okay, for this guy, I was planning on just Ice Beaming. I kind of forgot Steel is strong against Ice. But I think we'll be okay. Good avoid. Huge, dude, huge. Chonk coming in clutch. Oops. Alright, apparently there is... The next set of trainers is a tag battle. I kind of just want to fight them one-on-one. One by one, rather. And I think we're going to lead with Gia. I think Gia will be able to outspeed this Heatmore and one-shot with Earthquake. Yeah. Fight me, Ace Trainer Shanta. Come on. Good. I'm trying to think now, like, if there was a firefighting Pokemon, which I don't think we will encounter any. But if we were, what would we do? I guess I'd want to just put in, I'd want to put in Peanut, but I'd need to teach him a move that could easily take one of those guys out. I would die. I'd probably lose at least one. I think Peanut could take a hit from him. At the very least, he could take one, maybe two. Good. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Alright, Durant and Ferrothorn. Let's go G again. We're just gonna Earthquake. Pick a god and pray. If I had to pick a god to pray to, it would probably be Aries. I'd pray to the god of war to give me the strength to fight my battles. And then Arceus would smite you for praying to a false god. Dude, we're doing a staff tournament right now. I'm realizing this thing might have levitate. No, it has iron barbs. It absolutely has iron barbs. I could genuinely just throw in Peanut. We're gonna put in Peanut. Montreal and Buffalo is tied 3-3. Yo, did you watch that game last night, Normans? No, that reference, I understood that reference, Jay. One Frederick. Absolutely. How could I not miss that reference? Or how could I miss that reference? Hockey? Yeah, hockey. Hockey. The NBA playoffs are going on right now, too, and those have actually been really exciting to watch as well. But last night, the Minnesota Wild were leading 3-1 with 3 minutes left in the game, and the Avalanche won it in overtime, 4-3. Thereby eliminating the Minnesota Wild. They're called the Wild? Yeah, actually. There's T. The Minnesota team used to be called the Minnesota North Stars, but the North Star, this is hockey, by the way, not basketball. The North Stars moved to Dallas and became the Dallas Stars, and Minnesota's team, Minnesota started a new franchise called the Wild. Fun hockey facts with the Capitals fan. Do you think Artemis would be upset with me by using animals to fight for me? Why are basketball team names so weird? Basketball team names are weird, actually. You've got like teams like the Raptors, and then you've got teams like the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. It's like, who hurt you? Why would you name a team after the Nuggets? The Devils were the Colorado Rockies. When did the Devils come into existence? A lot of minor league baseball team names have banger weird names. My favorite is the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt, so I doubt she'd mind. But it's like she's using, like, I'm using animals to fight other animals. So, yeah, you're probably right, though. Like the Rubber Ducks is a team name. Is that legit? Tell me that's fake. Tell me that's real, actually. The Akron Rubber Duckies. Oh my god. Dude, it's legit. Holy crap. They're AA too. They don't have a space in their name, by the way. That's actually kind of a banger logo. They used to be called the Akron Arrows. They rebranded the Rubber Ducks. Imagine like going on a first date, and your date asks you like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And you say, "I'm a minor league baseball player on the Akron Rubber Ducks." And they immediately walk up and out of the restaurant. Because that's what I would do. Dogs were used to hunt stags and boars, so this is very much the same. I suppose. We're not really hunting pig. There ain't no lechonk here in the Unova Victory Road. But we did just fight a stag. Boop, 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 boo. Oh, one thing that I did recently, chat, that you guys might be interested in is that I finally cataloged and tabulated all of my Pokemon cards. I have a lot of Gen 3 era and Gen 4 era cards. Mostly Gen 3. That's really what I was collecting, is Gen 3 era. But holy crap, dude. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I am sitting on an absolute gold mine. And, like, I don't want to be part of the problem and, like, go and sell my cards right when they're super duper expensive. But also, nobody's collecting Gen 3 or 4 right now. So if I sell off my cards now, it's not like I'm taking them away from people. It's like I'm more adding to the demand, or I'm adding to the supply, right? Like I'm not like scalping like packs or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like it could be worse, but at the same time, I do feel kind of bad because it's like just selling your cards in an era where they are expensive is also just kind of bad. I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Apparently they're the popular retro eras. Here's the thing though, like I don't see people talking about EX era at all. I see people talking about vintage and like recent era. Because vintage is like the super duper expensive ones, and then for the rich people. And then people who are just getting into collecting now are collecting the Sword and Shield Scarlet Violet era cards because they are the ones that people are like, oh, if I collect now, I'll be able to get, you know, it'll be an investment. I just want TBC to reprint old sets with a second edition mark or something. Well, they did that. It was called base set 2. But I think they tried that with 151. They tried to appeal back to the Gen 1ers with Scarlet and Violet 151, but I don't know, man. Those Wizards of the Coast era, TBC has never done that. 151 is like the closest you're gonna get. Anyway, I have a lot of like later EX era stuff. I have some e-reader cards, which apparently are really, really rare. And then like I have some like random one-off cards. I have basically the whole set of the Ditto forms. So there's like a set of like 7 or 8 cards from the EX era that were Ditto, but specifically like other Pokemon appearing as Ditto. So the photo Dittos, yeah. I have at least one of every one of them, I believe, and 2 of the Pikachu and Geodude. Self-care, big man? I got you. Thanks for the water. Hey, chat. You remember when I said firefighting was like the worst thing we could encounter? I forgot Darmanitan existed. Oh, that's a bad switch. That's a bad switch. The rock slide, dude. Oh, God, what do we do here? We could go into chonk. You just forget to stretch and posture check. Bro, I am fighting for my life right now. Give me a second. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I'm thinking... maybe soul? Defenses aren't great. But maybe we can tank it. Okay, the rock slide again. Oh, that's a lot of damage. We have to go for a psychic and just hope it kills. Or we could actually go for Psy Shock, because I know Darmanitan has really low defense. Go for Psy Shock instead. Flare Blitz! Oh, dude! Please! Let's go! Oh my god! Holy crap! Jeffrey, save us! Flare Blitz is so scary, dude. Good switch, good switch, good switch. Okay, Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword this guy to hell, please. My cats need to leave this goddamn room, dude. They are pissing me off. Ooh, brick break! Just Sacred Sword. Just get out of here. Oh, God. Okay, cats. The cat's doing, one of them was biting a box and the other one was like walking in front of my screen. Okay, well, we got out of that one by the skin on our teeth. Dorks. Yeah. Cat biting a box wasn't bothering anyone. She was bothering me. She needs to stop biting that box. He's like almost torn open the lid. She likes it. I mean, yeah, but like, I don't. I need that box intact, dude. Okay, we're back in Cave 1. Boxes are cat toys? Yeah, but like, I don't, like, I'll be honest, like, oh, thank you for the posture check. You're right, I have been leaning. I really don't mind her biting boxes. She loves to do it. Just like when she does it in my office, it's like I have to clean up the floor because it's like just a big mess. And the vacuum cleaner's like all the way downstairs. I just don't want to do it. All right. Is it a tasty box? It must be. It's a baker's box, so it's got books I need to take over to my used bookstore. But yeah, I have some really cool Pokemon cards that I realized. My Suicune Gold Star Suicune, which is the rarest card I own. When I checked a couple of years ago, it was worth like $250. That card goes for over $1,000 now. So that one, I will be selling that one. I don't think I can get, like, the market price is like 1,100. I don't think I could get 1,100 for that card with the condition it's in. I could probably get like 900. That would probably be my goal. I'd probably list it for like 1,000, but I'd take 900, kind of. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go Rock Slide and try and flinch here. Oof. All Mine Psychic, that kills. You're so lucky to have that. I do not take it for granted, dude. I do not take it for granted. Dude, again with the special defense drop. This thing probably has... it probably has levitate. Maybe rock slide, please. Okay, calm-minded again. That's fine. Well, slide again. Please hit. Thank God. I don't think, Dino, I genuinely, like, I don't think I ever realized until, like, a couple of years ago when I started looking up some of my cooler cards, like, how rare the Gold Star is. Like, I must have just pulled it in a pack, and I had no clue. Like, keep in mind, these are cards I had, like, these, I got these cards when I was, like, I don't know, like 8, 9 years old. Less than that. He did not know what he had. But, I mean, cataloging the cards was actually a lot of fun. It was cool to see what I had from those ancient days, man. And yeah, I miss the TCG too. It's genuinely like, I did think about it. I was like, you know, like I could take the money that I have, that I would get from these cards and go buy some ETBs. And I'm like, but that's also part of the problem. You know, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a lose-lose situation. Because, like, genuinely, I don't think I would have fun playing the TCG, but I would have fun pulling packs. Like, I know that about myself, so it's kind of hard for me to, like, justify actually doing that, because it's like, I feel like I'm just evil. Like, I'm taking cards away from kids. You know? Like, I am part of the problem. We had to deal with a localish store to get booster boxes at cost back in the day up to like 4 or 5 cents in exchange for mild advertising. The owner took it back with a couple weeks and him agreeing to that. That sucks. I feel like card shops these days are pretty chill. Like, they do tend to like they host like events and stuff. Like the one near me hosts events. Like I feel like they're typically pretty chill. So that's surprising to me. Maybe things have changed in the years since. I don't know. Warhammer guy? Yeah, checks out. Clavin's a big Warhammer guy. Gonna out you right now, bro. Alright, I think we're about halfway through Victory Road. The problem wouldn't exist if TCP just oversaturated the market until people moved on, things stabilized. That is true. I mean, like, literally supply and demand shows if there is demand, then start oversaturating your market. Like, start printing more cards. They like the demand. I think they understand that part of the draw is the fact that some cards are inherently rarer and therefore inherently more valuable. It's easy to get into. It's relatively simple for a TCG, yeah. It is relatively simple. I think we still have Repel, but I'm gonna toss one just... Okay. Cool. Manufacturer scarcity. I mean, like, companies have been proven, like, companies have proved that that is a way to succeed. It's not just like they like manufactured scarcity. It's also that they understand that people like it too. People play into it too. Do I really care about Wild Charge? I don't think I do. Done all of that stuff. Let's do north now out of this room here. Boo-boo. Okay. Bro, please. Hey Joe, how are you? Welcome in, man. Welcome in, man. That's what I meant to say. I've been so stuttery today. I'm so sorry, Jack. Yeah, I think Nintendo's situation with the Switch 2 shows that they're responding to scarcity, to you know, issues of scarcity. But I mean, like, Pokemon Company, I think, like, as a whole, I will say this. I think the Pokemon Company is a scummier company. Like, this is, by the way, this is the Caps fans' opinion, not the opinions of the Bulbagarden community or Bulbagarden as a whole. But I do think that TPC can do more scummy practices more often than Nintendo. I can allow myself to be a little mean to TPC because they denied our application for XP. I feel like I can say that out loud because so many people got denied. So many people that should have gotten accepted got denied from XP. Yeah, we applied to go to the Pokemon XP Expo during Worlds, and we got denied. But I feel like I can be a little salty. Crazy that Bulbagarden got denied. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I agree. I agree. Hold on, I'm checking the trainer. Is it this one? Looks like it's this one. Zuelius Electros. What a combo right there. I wonder if they did the same to Cerebi. Cerebi is much more buddy-buddy with TPC than Bulba is. I think it's easier. Like, I don't want to get into office politics at all. Like, I don't like doing that. But I think part of the reason that Cerebi, because Cerebi and Bulba, we do very similar things. We both cover Pokemon news, Pokemon content. You know, we have sites that carry information about the games and, you know, anime reviews and all of that fun stuff. Like, I think the reason that one of the reasons that I feel like Cerebi has a better tends to have a better relationship with TPC than we do is because Cerebi is very easily identifiable as one guy, Joe Cerebi, right? You think of Cerebi, you think of Joe Merrick. You think of Bulba Garden, you think of Bulbapedia. Bulbapedia is quite literally a wiki, right? That's the community editing information about Pokemon, right? It's not easily like, yeah, you could go say like, oh yeah, Archaic is John Bulbagarden, sure, but he doesn't necessarily publicize himself like that on social media. He doesn't like Clefairy, don't say that. I'm not trying to trash TPC. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I do think that from my view as a consumer, it does feel like TPC does scummier business practices than Nintendo as a whole. I mean, like, this is literally comparing like they're not super far off from each other. But if we had to rank them, like, I would say that Cerebi is an influencer, Archaic's not an influencer. I think that's the other thing. Yeah, exactly. It's like Cerebi knows how to like appeal to that kind of side of content creation very well, and he does it very well. And he makes himself known very well as an influencer, as a Pokemon guy. He posts on Twitter all the time about new news. He posts hot takes. You know, they get a lot of clicks. He posts stuff on his site, and his site is great. Like, I'll admit it. Like, I will straight up admit, Cerebi.net is a great site for Pokemon resources. I'm biased towards Bulba Garden, but, like, I use Cerebi too. Like, we each have our own... like, areas where we're better, you know? It's like you can't have a PB&J without the peanut butter and the jelly, you know what I mean? And the bread. And Maryland is the bread, but we don't talk about Maryland anymore because he's like not doing much anymore. But like, you guys know what I mean? Like, you like both. I don't like playing office politics. I don't like saying, oh well, like, Cerebi, Bulba, like, fighting, whatever. Because it's like we both do so much good for the community as a whole. It's like, I feel like that's something that needs to be acknowledged. I don't know. Both have their uses. We all have our uses. Maryland, you know what Maryland is super good for? IV-EV calculators. IV-EV calculators. I can go to Maryland and there's a whole resource that I can use to say I killed an Audino. Tell me what EVs I have. You know what I mean? Like, he's good for stuff like that. My Amazon driver went there today when he was 3 stops away from my house. Lamau. But yeah, I think that's the reason why Cerebi gets invited to a lot of this stuff and we don't. It's because he is so much more easily identifiable as Joe Cerebi. Whereas, like, yeah, like, it's like, who would you invite? Who would you invite from Bulba Garden? Would you invite Archaic, the webmaster? Would you invite our social media manager who runs our Twitter account? Would you invite me, who does, like, Twitch streaming and stuff? Would you invite the Bulbapedia editor-in-chief? Who knows? You know? Like, it's kind of a toss-up. It's like TPC's probably like, who do we talk to? And the other thing is, like, you know, if you're going Bulbapedia specifically, right, which again is what we're most known for, the Bulbapedia editor-in-chief changes every 4 years. So it's difficult to, like, you know, pin down a specific guy to, like, get in contact with and stay in contact with that guy for long periods of time when they're constantly changing. It's a risk reward. You know, it's good, I think, that we have, like, we change that power structure, you know, every 4 years. It's It's very democratic, right? It's in the spirit of wiki and community collaboration, right? To do something like that, but it comes at the cost of not having consistent contacts to our largest facet of our site. They're certainly inviting random TikTokers and stuff. They certainly are. I mean, like, they're I will say this. I have seen more influential and important members of the community explicitly say they were denied from Pokemon XP than I have seen those influential, important members of the community say they were invited. They're denying more of the people that I personally see in the circles of the community the most often, more than they are accepting those people. And I think that is wrong. I think you need to be looking at the Jaywitzes. You need to be looking at the Johnstones. You need to be looking at, like, freaking, like, Alpharad, dude. Like, you need to be getting these people to come to your thing to advertise it. You can't be just picking random TikTokers off the street who have, like, TCG channels or like, you know, like, making masters content that's, like, specified towards, like, you know, like 10 pulls and stuff, like doing 10. No. You need to be. These people have been cornerstones of the community for so long. It's like, why aren't you appreciating that? You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I'm done with my soapbox. I'm stepping off of the soapbox. Is Deep Pocket Monster going? I bet Deep Pocket Monster is probably going because Deep Pocket Monster he's rich AF. That guy is crazy rich. Because not only is he like a big TCG guy, but he's like a business owner and an influencer outside of Pokemon. Like, bro is like influencer extraordinaire. Not only that, but I do think that he probably, even if he wasn't directly invited as a creator, he was probably just gonna go. He's probably gonna be there. So I think Deep Pocket Monster's probably gonna be there. And say what you want about Deep Pocket Monster. I think he's a cool guy. I would love to get a beer with Pat and just sit down and talk Pokemon, man. What a cool guy. What a cool guy. All right, we're gonna send in Gia, even though we can't use Earthquake here. It's also like why aren't like people like Darren, right? Like, you guys know Darren from Johto Times. We've had him on Bulbacast like 6 or 7 times. Like, or not 6 or 7, like at least like 3 or 4 at this point. I'm thinking here, by the way, Flamethrower, electric type moves. We don't want to keep Gia in here. I think we switch to Peanut and then just Shadow Ball, dude. I genuinely don't know. We're expecting Flamethrower here again, maybe? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Let me focus and then I'll get back to our conversation. Oh, the crunch! Okay, we outspeed. We're outspeed. We're fine. We're fine. Oh god, okay. Man JTV, I think he does a lot of doesn't he do a lot of like ROM hacks and stuff? Like, that's why like people like Peachow don't get invites, because like they do ROM hacks and randomizers and stuff like that, and make it very known that, you know, they prefer that content to the official Pokemon content. It's like, you know, there's a reason why Bulbagarden keeps things vanilla. Everything you see on this channel is vanilla. It's all streamed on original hardware. Look, like this is my 3DS that I've modded with a capture card just so I can play my vanilla Black and White 2 game. You know? Like, there's a reason why we keep it that way, because, you know, we think that it's you know, at Bulba Garden, not Caps. Bulba Garden thinks it is, you know, prudent to, you know, make things with the original hardware. We're in a way where we can, you know, we can prove that we have the games. You know what I mean? We don't sail the seven seas. Maybe they don't like Bulba because we do Nuzlocks. Maybe. I think the fact that they don't like Nuzlocke is weird. I think it's like, if I had to guess, that statement was probably taken out of context. It might be specifically like they don't like fan game Nuzlocke, like hardcore Nuzlocke, like Kaizo Nuzlocke. I don't know. Like, I would be willing to take them at the benefit of the doubt there, because I think saying that you don't like just, you know, your fans doing something that is completely legal and within the bounds of the game is kind of ridiculous. Oh my god, my cat is scratching at the door. You have to behave, okay? You're gonna be in here. You have to behave. Here goes my water. I'm in shambles, chat. Show cats. I've shown cats before. Go to the Discord. I don't have any new pictures of them. Are you gonna be nice? You gonna behave? You look like you just want to sit in my lap. They dislike Nuzlocke as it goes against the way they intended the games to be played. Okay, like, that's fair, but that doesn't mean that people can't do that. If it goes against the way the developers intend the game to be played, I think... I personally think that, you know, as long as you're playing the game using the tools that it gives you, you should be able to play the game however you want. That's my personal opinion. As long as you're not cheating or hacking, right? You're still kind of using the tools the developer gives you. It's not like you're using arbitrary code execution to hack in rare candies. Cough me, excuse me. Hey, by the way, speaking of Masuda, did you guys see the did you guys see the recording of the Winds and Waves theme? The professional orchestral recording of that? I thought that was pretty cool. You guys know I'm a big orchestral music fan. Like, I was in band for years. So seeing them do that for a game that's not coming out for another year, pretty cool. Nice quick claw proc. What a nerd, I know, right? Who would do that? Who would be in band for like 10 years of their life? What a waste of time. What are you up to, Sir Chickens? Youch. Look, we can talk all day and wax poetic on like the intentions behind Dexit. I think personally, it's like the fact of the matter is this is just how life is now. We're never gonna have a game with 1,000 Pokemon in it, and that's just gonna be how it is. Might hunt some monsters, might 14. Yo, let me know if you hunt monsters. I might hop on with you after the stream. I honestly don't mind Dexit. I think there could be better ways to handle it. Certainly there would have been better ways to communicate it. I do not mind having fewer Pokemon to fill out the Pokédex. I'm not sure I know where I am. Then continue up the clip to the top. Okay, that's where I am. Okay. Here's the other thing about the smaller dexes. Is like that positive thing about the smaller dexes. It's like in my brain, you know, when I was growing up, Pokemon only had 493 Pokemon. There were only 493 Pokemon. And finishing the dex was hard, dude. You had to have copies of like every game, and you had to have Coliseum, and you had to like trade, you had to be able to trade all of those Pokemon up to like Box, Ruby, and Sapphire, then into your Ruby and Sapphire copies, and then into Diamond and Pearl, and it was insane, right? And then I look at, but then I look at like, you know, Scarlet and Violet, and I see like 400 Pokemon in the base dex, and I'm like, dude, that's a lot of Pokemon, because I'm like, my brain is configured to be like, yo, 400 Pokemon is a lot of Pokemon. I don't think about the fact that we have XP candies and all of that stuff. I'm just like, that's crazy. And then I do it, and I'm like, oh my god, we did that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think it still gives that. Oh, I should have checked to see what he had. I don't think it still gives that good feeling of finishing things. I don't know, like making it so that it's easier to complete does not mean it's bad. I think it's just different. That's my opinion on it. PLA's reuse of lines in so many places. I definitely disliked how PLA did that. I don't think that there was quite the variety and I think that's something they fixed in Scarlet and Violet. Is there's a ton of variety in the first couple of routes in Scarlet and Violet. In PLA, it's like, oh, you're seeing Bidoofs and Drifloon and Buizel everywhere, dude. Youch. Oh, that's a flinch. Okay, that was 68 damage. We're safe from crit here. The Ice Beam anyway. Double flinch. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Ground Dragon. Ground Dragon. What can we do against Ground Dragon? He's using Rock Slide. We could go... We could go Con Return. The Paris, too, yeah. A lot of Paris. Coil up. Bulldoze. Take that. Coil up again. Oh, Flamethrower! Dude! I got greedy with the coil. We have to switch now. Flamethrower. We have to pivot Peanut. Oh, this might not be... You might see kill with Flamethrower here. The rock slide. I think we go Peanut and Shadow Ball. Just hope he doesn't use rock slide. Please. Flamethrower. Shadow Ball. Bulldoze! Damn it! Damn it, okay. Haters, you were right. Flygon is scary, dude. There goes our Chandelure. There you go, folks. Enjoy your points. That was, like, probably the worst one we could have lost. Still has Walius? Bro. This thing is dark type too. God damn it. We should be fine with Jeffrey, right? Flygon is transphobic. Yeah, we got that justified. Sure. Okay, what do we do? How do we pivot from this? How do we pivot from this? We need something to counter. We need something to counter our lovely friend. What's her name? Not Cynthia. Caitlyn. Did we die? We lost our Chandelure. Man, Pokedelta, you're really excited to see my failures, huh? Rip Peanut, dude. All right, as a placeholder, we'll bring in Emolga. It does not necessarily fill the void here. I'm actually looking at the box and I'm thinking Sneasel might be the way to go. But I don't want to train it up just yet. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, Pokedelta. Enjoy Pelican Town, indeed. Thinking here about what we can do on Caitlyn, now looking at it. Because whatever we do decide is going to be the best counter, I don't want to bring it to Victory Road. I want to get by with just the 4 that we have. Or the 5 that we have. Metagross is what's scaring me now. Even with Peanut, it still has Shadow Ball. If we don't one-shot there, we're screwed. I think we can maybe take it out with Excadrill. I think we can kill with Excadrill there. I don't necessarily think that Weavile would work. We'll see. All right, let's get back to where we were. All right, we went off to the left last time. Is this the dark room? Yes. Okay. Let's get to the Pokemon. Let's just go. Let's just get there. Let's get there before anything else happens. We have 3 fights left. This veteran leads Zebstrika, Sock, and Starmie are the other 2. This one will be tougher than the last one. Chonk is really coming into his own here. He's doing a lot better than I expected him to. Unfortunate with the para. Doesn't matter though. All right, rivals next. We have Unpheasant, Simipour, Bouffalant, Embor. Honestly, of all these, Bouffalant is the problem. It has Earthquake, so it'll be super effective against both Jeffrey and Gia. I think what we have to hope for here is that Jeffrey is strong enough to... we might want to consider... Well, actually, no, we don't want to do that. There's no easy way to get Jeffrey in against Bouffalant. I'm actually going to lead with Herobrine. It's distinctly possible that Emolga dies here, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make at this point. I think we can probably get by if we Volt Switch at the right time. But it's still possible we die. I'm gonna give it a Flying Gem. I think we have at least one. Dino, there was a guy in my college in the dining hall. His name was Tom. He cooked some damn good omelets. Call them Tomlets. Great. Many a days where I would have a Tomlet after being very hungover. And I think very fondly upon that man. I wonder what he's doing now. Hopefully still making omelets for hungover college kids. Okay, if we're faster, we don't have to worry about U-turn. I'm gonna discharge. Hope we're faster. We are. That should kill. Barely does not. Oh, we got the para though? Okay. We have to try and hit through confusion here. I'm gonna Volt Switch into Gia. Unlucky. Let's pivot into Gia and hope that they get para. I think the reason that colleges have omelet guys is simple. That's a lot of damage, first of all. It is facade, but that's still a lot of damage. The reason that colleges have omelet guys, I think, is because they are cheap, relatively healthy if you don't have cheese in it, and easy to make. Good para. We could set up here and try and go for an earthquake kill on Bouffalant. Simipour also, though, with Mystic Water Surf is pretty dangerous. I think we're gonna go and Metal Claw. Maybe we get an attack boost. Send in Bouffalant. Good. Earthquake. Can this thing kill with Earthquake? I think we have to expect it. I'm going to switch into Herobrine. Yep. I think we could encore here. That might not be a bad idea because we can probably kill with Herobrine if we encore. I'm going to do that. So he's locked into Earthquake. Now we can Acrobatics. Flying Gem Acrobatics. He's still locked in. Cheese isn't unhealthy unless you really overdo it. Yeah, that's true. But I think the thing about having cheese in omelets is if you put cheese on your omelet, it's like glue. So having a lot of it means a lot of glue. You feel me? Acrobatics again. Encore is over. I think now we go for the discharge. Hope he doesn't heal. Good. Herobrine, you might be my GOAT. Okay, here we Volt Switch into... what's it called? Superior. Expect the Rock Slide here. Oh, it goes Surf instead. And we can Giga Drain. With the big root, we should get some decent health back here. Good, good, good. Great, we are expecting fire here. Emolga, come back in. Flamethrower plus Charcoal, can it kill? Good, okay. That's all we needed. The question is... where do we go now? Do we go with Gia with Earthquake? Risking Brick Break? Do we go Soul with Psychic? Risking being outsped? Or putting it in Blaze if we don't one-shot? Those are our two options. Who died? You died, actually. But Peanut also died. But you served us well, Emolga Brian. You served us well. I think we go with Soul. 07's on chat for Emolga. There was certainly utility with Emolga. I will say that much. Perfect. Okay, Emolga was in fact a senseless death. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. We still would have taken that much damage with Soul. We would have been in kill range plus burn. I actually think that Emolga was the right sack to make there. We needed to sack something. It was going to be Emolga. Otherwise, Soul would have died. Because the other option there would just be do a straight switch from Ka into Soul. And then we'd have to pivot again. And so I don't think that we made the wrong decision there. I think we were good. And Boris transferred not to. And we get Thunderbolt. Just salt in the wound, man. Alright. Another one bites the dust. 15 deaths. No more Herobrine. We need to figure out who's going to be our 6th. I'm pretty confident in this group of 4. In this group of 5, excuse me. But we need to figure out who's going to be our 6th. I can't believe Archaic the Webmaster just killed Emolga Brian. He did what he thought he had to do. Man. 2 deaths in Victory Road. Another couple tallies on the ledger. Those Australians are something else. They really be out here. Down under, if you will. They're so down under, they want to make my Pokemon down under as well. So, the 6th man. Chat, what are our weaknesses here? Fire and fighting, obviously. 3 Pokemon weak to fire, 3 Pokemon weak to fighting. 2 Pokemon weak to ground, but we have 2 counters. More if you use Sneasel. Honestly, my dark type options are pretty slim. The other option we could do is Drapion. We could go Poison Dark here. That introduces a 3rd ground type weakness. It certainly does not help against Caitlyn. I've done the calcs on that. This Drapion would actually be worse than the Drapion we had before, too. Battle Armor is a good ability, although I don't know if we lose that if we evolve. The other option is Frillish, which again does not have a very good matchup against some of Caitlyn's Pokemon. We've got Musharna with Charge Beam, Gothitelle with Thunderbolt, and Reuniclus with Energy Ball. It does counter the Metagross. But then Metagross also has Shadow Ball, so that's probably not a good option either. Left a little joke in the Discord. I'll take a look after stream. More if you use Sneasel. More if I use Poniard. Kind of wondering if maybe we train up both of these two and see who has better stats at the end. And I think the answer is going to be Sneasel. I mean, look at that. That attack stat is really good. You know what would have been a good counter to Metagross? Metagross would have been a good counter to Metagross. Unfortunately, that's not an option. Thinking Onceler. The big jacket's not a bad option either. The only thing that really hurts is Ice Beam on Sigilif. Hey, Metagross. This is true. Gliscor is not a bad option. Gliscor, we can get access to the ground type moves to counter Metagross. Hammer, it counters Hammer Arm pretty well. Then we have to worry about Zen Headbutt and Bullet Punch. We can teach it Night Slash. Again, this thing walls pretty much all except Sigilif. The defenses are high. The def is low. Speed is low. Has X Scissor. I think we have some options for the 6th man. I think it's really between these two. We should also consider Altaria, because Marshall will absolutely mess us up. Between Sol and Altaria, well, Sol and Gliscor would not be bad here either. 3 of Marshall's Pokemon have rock type move. Pretty solid options. Yeah, I mean, like, we have more too. I mean, like, Haxorus is good. Ferrothorn is good. I really think, like, this whole corner could be useful. Down here. This whole corner could be useful. I'll toss Fungus in here too. In different ways, they could be useful. Actually, I'm actually going to make a box of the ones that I think could serve some purpose. Not even bothering with Zangoose. We made our mistake there last time. I want to see it. These Pokemon in box 2, they have a place on our team. The interesting thing is, a lot of these guys are very much what could have been kind of Pokemon. I mean, so many of these we had in our first run that we lost at some point. Gliscor we lost, Altaria we lost, Jellicent we lost. We did end up using Mienfu at the end. I don't know if we need Mienfu this time. I think we can probably, like, Kobalion can take out Grimsley. That's not a problem. Until you're playing on OG hardware with how you move those. I mean, I could be using the mouse. You never know that. You never know. But you're right. I am on OG hardware. Yeah, Dino, you make a point. Frillish resists fighting. It's immune to fighting and resists fire. It doesn't have a lot of offensive capability, and it's very slow, though. Frillish would be a good counter for Marshall, but not a good counter for Kate. And I really don't think I want to remove any of the Pokemon currently on my team. And Caitlyn, you know, we could just try and counter with, like, with Ka. Like, could maybe try and wall with Ka. You're right. No, I got you. I got you. It's a choice. It's a thought. It might end up being a better option than Chonk. And if we get to Iris, we absolutely would need something in case Kobalion goes down. Because Kobalion can counter most of these guys. Like 3 of them, to be exact. It can counter Lapras, it can counter Aggron. It can definitely outspeed one-shot Aggron. It can probably one-shot Hydreigon. I don't know about outspeed. Even with the Focus Blast Wise glasses, I think we still beat that. We'll have the experience from Grimsley too. Grimsley does have a Scrafty. Kind of wondering if maybe putting Aerial Ace on Kobalion would not be a bad option. Probably just be a red herring, to be honest. Mostly just looking at the teams here. Hey, thanks for Lurk Web. I mean, dude, regardless, we gotta start training. We gotta start training somebody. I'm gonna pick Onceler for now. We'll leave that slot open. Realize I need a fly or two. Can Gliscor learn fly? Altaria can learn fly. Dude. What a time to be alive, man. Do we even have a Razor Claw? You look up the movesets real quick. Ice Shard at 47. That's the only physical ice type move it learns. Dark Pulse at 47. We'd need to pick between Dark Pulse and Ice Shard. Deoxys is shiny locked in Oris. Is it? I'm not sure. I think if we might be able to get both if we evolve it. Can you get both Ice Shard and I don't remember what Weavile had. It doesn't matter. I think we might be able to get both. I care less about the ice move, more about the dark move on Onceler. But I think we should wait at the very least until it levels up a little bit more. To give it the Razor Claw, it needs to be level 46 for that. Oh, Amolga still has our experience share, I think. Oh, nope, it doesn't. Cool. I'm trying to remember where we trained before. I think it was... I don't think it was up here. It must have been in this grass. Super weird Herobrine dying shocked me out of my bad mood. Well, I'm glad Herobrine dying helped you in some way. I don't think it's like maybe a little weird, I guess. I'm glad you're out of your bad mood though. I'm just upset because I think it's one thing to it's one thing to be like rooting against the streamer. That's fine. I don't care if you guys root against. There's a reason I do predictions. It's fun that way. I think it's another thing to call me out for being passionate. And because like I want to make these streams fun. And if you are going to root against me, then I want to at least be able to root for myself. Otherwise, it's kind of depressing, you know? So, I don't know. Just a little weird. It's feeling a little weird after that. No, it's not you, Mulgarian. It's literally not you. There's a bug on my... No, yeah, no. Like, Mulgarian, it's not you at all. You're totally fine, dude. Anyway, I'll snap out of it. I'm just a little in shock. Oh, there goes my other headphone. Dude, 3 non-auto in a row? What is going on? The other good thing about Gliscor that I'm realizing is that this thing has access to all of the Fang moves as well, so it can cover for some of the things that we don't have. Ground Flying is a good type. It's really only weak to water, ice, and rock. Is it even weak to rock? Not rock, thank you, Jay. So yeah, literally just like ice and ground. Or ice and water. Those are easy types to play around. And it's really just ice we need to worry about. It probably tanks a physical water move for sure. Special water move probably not as much, not as well. Hey, your guess is as good as mine, Dino. I thought the same. It's okay. We got Jay the walking Bulbapedia here. Good. I don't even need to go to the site. Jay's right here. Hey man, it's your Discord status. Whenever I see your name on Discord, I see my friends call me a walking Bulbapedia. It's part of the bit. Hold on. Once there's still 44, jeez. $45 now. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna burn a rare candy on Onceler. And we're gonna auto-no one more time. 1 or 2 more times. Probably 2 to be safe. Okay, the music kind of sounds like the rustling grass. The shaker and the percussion sounds like the rustling grass. I keep getting jump scared. Like, where is the grass? Not here. $19.64. Okay. You can take it like 1, maybe 2 more. Probably just 1 to be safe. Hey Vend, how are you? Making some dinner, what you having? Scary robots always get me. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Pig. Gaps killing his Pokemon. Gaps let one die. The other one died, and he was not intending for that one to die. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Razor Claw, that's one. 2 died. 1 died to a crit. Admittedly, I probably could have played away from that. I was not thinking about the crit on that attack. I do think he probably would have lived if it didn't crit. But it did. The second one I sacked because it was the easiest way out of the situation I was in. But it was not a Pokemon that I was using often. More just a utility guy. I do think that Emolga had some potential with Encore, Acrobatics, Volt Switch combos. Like, it had a good moveset. It's just, like the Encore onto, like, the Earthquake could have been, like, a really good strategy. And I should really look to see if any of the Pokemon that I have right now can learn Encore, because it could work out really well, and is something I need to consider. I've used that strategy before in Nuzlocke and on my personal in my personal Nuzlocke, never on a Bulba Nuzlocke yet. But I mean, it's a good strategy to be sure. Let's give it the Razor Claw. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about it, man. I'm not feeling good about losing Chandelure. Where in the storyline are you? I'm right before the Elite Four. We just got through Victory Road today. I really hope this isn't Sock. Thank God. All right, Onceler, if you can't beat this Audino, there is no point for you to join the Elite, do the Elite Four, dude. We'll Screech once. Steel Pulse, easy. Full Punishment. Nice. Okay, this should work. If we evolve here, if we level up here, we should get Ice Shard. Boom. We should evolve and get the Dark type physical. No? Is it not nighttime? It might not be nighttime. Crap. What move are we losing there? Dark Pulse. Okay, you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it was. I care less about Dark Pulse than I do about Night Slash, so I'm okay losing that. Yeah, exactly. But I do think I'm gonna quickly go evolve Weavile, so we're gonna flip here. Mute that. Hit that. And give me a second. I'm not leaving or anything. I just need to, I need to change the time on my 3DS. Alright, yeah, I'm evolving Sneasel. Sorry, excuse me. We need to make it nighttime. More crits is always helpful, to be sure. To be sure. Guys, if you've enjoyed the stream, consider giving us a follow. If you're not already following the channel, that'd be awesome. Helps us out immensely. It's the easiest way to support us here at Bolton Garden. Giving us a follow. Manipulating the time on your 3DS is why TBC doesn't like Bolton Garden. No, 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 no. Current time, what time is it? It's 19:23 on my 3DS. So surely 22:23 is nighttime enough, right? What's considered nighttime in Black and White too? Begins at 8 p.m. What? Why is Sneasel not evolving then? $8 p.m. to 4:59. Dude, why did Sneasel not evolve? 1923 is... Brother. I'm not a military man. I don't know military time, okay? Are you using a Razor Claw? Yes, I'm using a Razor Claw. I believe I am using a Razor Claw. It's shy. I think Calvin's right. I think I was an hour early. Okay. We're so back. Surely now, if we use a rare candy, it will evolve. There we go. Beautiful. A Weavile. Oh, I didn't even see the hydrate posture check. I'm sorry. Sitting up now. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Probably get out of this menu. What are your stats looking like, buddy? 133 attack, 126 speed. Its speed is low. I think we can outspeed most of the other Pokemon that we might be able to use this. I mean, we outspeed Reuniclus, we outspeed Musharna, for sure. The only one I'm considering is Sigilif. The level are you aiming for? 62. This thing outspeeds everything. What am I even saying? Sigilith does have a 140... Sorry, it's level 60. It's a 140 speed. I think we can probably beat that. Weavile's speed, even with a low speed nature, should still be high enough. Punishment could be good as well because of Calm Mind. I don't hate this thing. I don't hate this option. For Weavile as the 6th name. I do wonder if we go Weavile though. I think maybe for type coverage we change Chonk to Jellicent. I don't think Jellicent will be as strong as Walrein, but it does take away one extra Pokemon with a fighting type weakness. Not like we would need to really worry about that with Weavile, because we can do the calculations to make sure he can beat Reuniclus. In fact, we can do that right now. Let's do that right now. Reuniclus is the one Pokemon that I'm really worried about with this guy. Is Reuniclus knows Focus Blast, and I want to make sure that we can one-shot it. Helps counter Metagross. It does, but not really, because Metagross has Hammer Arm. So again, similarly, if it can't one-shot Metagross, it's probably not going to be put in the fight against it. But it is very fast, and it is very attack friendly. These are the kinds of Pokemon I do prefer in a Nuzlocke. Let me take a look at this Weavile. So it is level 49. Its nature is minus speed plus special. Plus special attack minus speed, quiet nature. Its IVs are not bad. Even its speed IV is like 29. It doesn't quite have max HP IVs or HP IVs because it's definitely got some HP EVs from killing Audino. But like this thing is really not that bad. 23 attack EV. Plus or minus a couple. Defense EV is low, but you know, it's not really, it's a glass cannon, so what are you gonna do? Special attack EV is pretty high, 20. 24. Special defense is also pretty high. This thing is really not horrible. So if we take these stats, we bump it up to level 62 at its cap. It's definitely outspeeding that Sigilif. 168 attack. Can that one-shot a Reuniclus? Perfect IV Reuniclus. Worst case scenario, Night Slash. Nope. Cannot do it. Focus Blast will absolutely kill. Yup. There's really no way we can get this to kill either. We would need to feed this thing a ton of vitamins. Assuming Focus Blast hits, that is a good point. It is what? 50% accurate? 70% accurate? 70% accurate? I mean, if we give the bright powder, like, that lowers that to what? Like 60%, right? I mean, we could play with the odds there. Assuming we're through, assuming we're through Chantal by that point, and probably play with the odds a little bit, and maybe sack it. Or we could give it the Focus Sash. It's also an option. Because I think this will one-shot everything else. I think this will one-shot everything else. I'm gonna double-check just to be sure. Even so, I'm still gonna feed it. I'm still gonna feed it as many attack vitamins as I can. We've got 3 protein. That's 30 attack IVs right there. Or EVs, excuse me. Drink it up, buddy. Hey, Musharna. Musharna could set up Reflect. We don't one-shot it. Guaranteed 2-hit again. Okay, this thing can't one-shot everything. It can 2-hit, though. There are a lot of things that could go wrong here. Surely it can get Sigilif and Gothitelle. Fish for crits. It's still a risk. All these are guaranteed 2 hits. We could fish for crits. We could give it the Razor Claw. Wait, where's my razor claw? Where the hell did it go? Did it eat it up? I think it ate my razor claw. That's so rude. I keep... Really? That takes the item away? Dude. I guess technically it uses up... Like it makes sense. It's like just like a stone, right? But like... I don't know. I guess I've never evolved something with a razor claw. I did not know that. That's crazy. The more you learn, the more you know. Other items like it on my back? I don't think I have any crit items. I'd need like what? King's Rock? I might be able to find one of those.
As of May 20th, 2014, Wi-Fi connection service for this software has been discontinued.
Oh man.
Visit our website for a list of current...
Have a good night. Thanks, Webb. Take care, buddy. Did you stream tonight, Webb? I was gonna raid you if you were still streaming by like nowish. Unrelated, but I love the song. It's cute, isn't it? No. I think we're just about done, bro. I don't know what we will do for this 6th team member. I won't commit to doing Elite 4 next time, but if I do, I will let you know in the Discord. If I figure something out, I will let you know in the Discord. Starting to get sick. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Well, hopefully you can get some Subnautica in and you'll at least feel a little better. I'm trying to think, chat. Unfortunately, it feels like no matter what we do, we can't even bait in like a psychic move to switch on Weavile or a safe switch. Because the only fighting type that we have is Jeffrey. And the Pokemon's probably just going to use Focus Blast on Jeffrey too. We're in a pickle. In a bit of a pickle. Ice Shard is Prio, right? Yeah, I mean, Ice Shard look pretty darn good. Hey, thanks, Vend. Appreciate you. It was good to hang with you yesterday. Take care, man. Have a good night. Get some rest. I mean, it's not like Weavile really needs a Prio move. It's probably going to outspeed most everything. But I guess if I think any Pokemon have like extreme speed or anything like that. If anything, they have Fake Out. I know Grimsley has a Pokemon with Fake Out. Mienshao with Retaliate. And Sock with Retaliate. Gotta think about Retaliate now. Now that we don't have the Ghost type to switch into. You know what Pokemon has Encore is Minccino. It's a normal type. Aw, man. I'm all simple now. Ooh, scary. That's a lot of damage. Unsler, let's maybe put you in the back for now, buddy. You don't need to be in the front. You feel me, chat? Dude, I have a 4-hour drive I have to make tomorrow. Oh, by the way, if you did not see in the Discord and you weren't here earlier, Mystery Dungeon Mornings on Saturday is going to be canceled this week. I will be out of town. I won't be able to stream. I know. Boo, boo, tomato, tomato. But it's okay. We're close to the end on that, so... You know. Oh, Fissure. Well, could be funny. I'm gonna pass. Sending good luck to you on my drive. Thank you. Thank you. You're kind. I should be okay. I think today would have been the worst day to drive. Yesterday would have been the worst day to drive. Actually, it was really rainy yesterday. But even today or tomorrow, I think it's just gonna be cold. The issue is I live near a university and they are doing graduation tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of traffic because of that. We're leaving because I'm going to go to the Pokemon Center before we log out. I will be bringing my Black 2 copy, so I'll be able to do a little bit of grinding. The very least, and I need to make some decisions. We need to come up with some plans. I think Caitlyn and Marshall are going to be the problems. You know, maybe we bring Altaria to counter Marshall if we don't think that Soul is enough. Especially because there are some heavy hitters on Marshall's. But I think that's gonna be it for today, folks. We'll call it there. Cheers, everybody that stuck around. If you came in, commented, lurked, chatted, whatever. If you gave a nickname, channel point, reward, whatever, thank you very much. You are part of the reason that we love streaming. And please do know that. Do stick around. We are going to raid somebody at the end of our quick announcements. Like I said, Mystery Dungeon Mornings will be canceled this week. As far as I know, Abby's stream is still on for tomorrow, and Dawning's stream is still on for Saturday nights. Emmy will be streaming again on Sunday as well with Wheel of Madness. Mochi Mondays on Monday as well. I will next be on the channel on Thursday to continue our caps lock here. Will we do the Elite Four? Will we just be training? I don't know. Well, it could be one or the other. I don't really right now then. Also, if you like what I do, consider giving my personal channel a follow. You can find that by clicking my name in the stream description, or also in the About page as well. Yeah, that's all I got, folks. Let's find somebody to raid. Anybody got any suggestions for raids? We could go... Let me see if anybody's playing Pokemon that I know. Who out there is a Pokemon gamer? I'm not seeing any Pokemon, dude. Not seeing any Pokemon of the folks that I would raid. Chat, you guys want to raid Germa? I'm kidding, we're not raiding Germa. Love that guy. We're not raiding. Who's playing Black 2, White 2? Anybody playing this game? Oh, we've raided these people before. Let's go raid Triple Shake Fake. They're doing some shiny hunting in Black 2, White 2. Give them some love. Say hi from Bulba Garden if you want. If you want to stick around, do that too. Don't feel pressured to. Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks. I hope you have a good one. I will be back on Thursday, like I said earlier. Until then, look forward to the other amazing content we have on the Bulb Garden channel. And I'll see you guys then. Have a good weekend, folks.